Oops, sorry, Sebastian. Okay, where were we? If compressing the Malaysian Grand Prix into 5 minutes was hard, then concisely analysing the Chinese Grand Prix will be nearly impossible. As I said on Twitter, Facebook, and now on YouTube, it was quite possibly the best dry weather race I can remember watching. And I'm not alone. But it still wasn't perfect. To begin with, it looked like all the excitement would come from the comedy of errors coming from Red Bull and McLaren. Mark Webber's qualifying session was surely the facepalm moment of the weekend. On a circuit with a 1 kilometre straight, Kurz is more critical than usual, so sending him out on hard tyres when his was broken only handicapped him further, leading to the spectacle of the fastest car being eliminated in Q1. Button made a right tit of himself when he drove into Vettel's pit box. I have researched the internet conclusively and have determined that there is one word that best sums up how I feel. Next time he pits in the Red Bull pit box, he might try pitting with a broken wing, because then his car might improve by up to a second a lap. Perez seemed to forget that Formula 1 doesn't actually have a God mode, and after the standard set by the steward last week really should have been black flagged for the moves that he made, particularly the one on Sutil. But enough of the negativity, because seriously, what a race! I know some people out there are saying it is artificial, but it was not. We had just as many great traditional overtakes as we would normally see in a race, Hamilton and Button for example, but tyre management has always been a key part of the sport. When the legends were racing, we didn't have Twitter, internet forums, or high-definition multi-angle television cameras. We just saw great racing. We weren't kept apprised of how many nanometers of tread Senna had left on his tyres, or heard radio messages from Prost about the temperature sensor failing on his water bottle. We didn't discuss minute by minute with people on the other side of the world whether or not Mansell's overtakes were down to skill or down to some fluke conditions of his car. And we certainly didn't receive any daily updates from Ken Tyrrell on how many Jaffa cakes he had eaten. We just saw great racing. Finally, it's worth remembering that in 20 years' time, these legends will have some company in the history books. But this is really a discussion for another time. On my blog. Coming soon. Welcome back, Massa! After a year of seemingly being driven under advisement from the pit lane, Felipe Massa delivered a storming race performance for which Alonso seemed to not have an answer for. Massa has been the best starter this season, and had he taken a three-stop strategy, he would have been a genuine contender for the race victory. But even beyond the action, the Chinese Grand Prix was a great showcase for Formula 1, because bar the two previously mentioned driver errors, the standard of driving at the race was at an outstanding level, which only makes driver of the day all the more difficult. But it's Webber. And Hamilton. I seriously can't decide. Both were outstanding on so many different levels, they're just going to have to fight for it. Or better still, whichever one of them tweets me the best reason why they should be my driver of the day, they can have it.